Well, hello everybody. I'm Dane Bora, and tonight we are at the inaugural Mayor's Ball, where Costa Mesa Mayor Katrina Foley and the Costa Mesa Chamber of Commerce and the South Coast Metro Alliance are raising funds and celebrating the art of leadership. This evening benefits arts and educational programs at Costa Mesa and Estancia High Schools, as well as the Segerstrom Center for the Arts Summer at the Center program, South Coast Repertory Neighborhood Conservatory, and the Save Our Youth, or SOY, arts and dance programs. The evening celebrates leaders in our community and will raise about $60,000, and the recipients of the awards tonight are our former mayor, Mary Hornbuckle, who will be honored with the Art of Public Involvement Award. Kirby Piazza from Costa Mesa High School will be receiving the Art of Education Award. Receiving the Art of Business Leadership Award is Maria Elena Avila. And the Lifetime Achievement Award will be presented posthumously to Werner Escher from South Coast Plaza. So it should be an amazing evening. Right now behind me there's a reception going on. Soon we'll be moving into the ballroom for the awards presentations to the 4 honorees this evening, and then following that is when the real fun begins. The band will play and the ball will begin. So sit back, relax. When we come back, we'll have the formal presentations inside the ballroom.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural Costa Mesa Mayor's Charity Ball. This is also our 5th annual Leadership Awards dinner, and I expect it to be a fun and memorable evening. Many of us in this room are able to influence our community in a positive way because of what we have achieved and the resources that we have access to. I'm so excited about having a ball because when I was a girl, dancing was a huge part of my life, and it also brought people together in a positive way to celebrate and be productive. And so I thought when I became the mayor, why not have a mayor's ball and bring people together to dance, because dancing brings people together. Don't be afraid to start eating your salad because we want to keep the program running. But I also want to take a moment, and we're going to try something new this year with recognizing the dignitaries, because we have a lot of very important people in the room. But it might take a long time if every time someone stood, we had to clap for them. So I'm going to ask each of the dignitaries, as I say your name, to stay standing, and then we'll give a big round of applause at the end for all of them. And I'm going to try to go through the list pretty quickly. There's a lot to go through. So tonight we have, and I don't know if he's left, but Congressman Dana Rohrabacher was here. We also have Assembly Member Matthew Harper, please stand. And from Orange County Board of Supervisor Chair Steele's office, Tim Whitaker. Costa Mesa City Council Member John Stevens. Mayor Pro Tem Sandy Guinness. Former mayors Peter Buffa, Arlene Schaefer, and Mary Hornbuckle. Planning Commissioners Vice Chair Byron Diarkle, Commissioner Jeffrey Harlan, Commissioner Carla Navarro-Woods. Parks and Recreation Commissioners, Vice Chair Liz McNabb and Commissioner Leah Ursulou. Senior Commission, Commissioner Charlene Aschendorf and Commissioner Barbara Steck. City Staff, Assistant City Manager Tammy Letourneau, Fire Chief Dan Stefano, Technology Director Steve Ely, and Newport Beach City Council Member Brad Avery. We also have tonight from Newport Mesa Unified, Vicki Snell, and Director of the Arts Commission, Scott Fitzpatrick. We also have Principal Jake Haley. And from Orange Coast College, Board of Trustees President David Grant, Chancellor John Weisfening, and Board of Trustees Vice President Mary Hornbuckle, Trustee Jim Marino, Trustee Jerry Patterson, and President Dr. Dennis Harkins. From Vanguard University, President Dr. Michael Beals. And from the OC Fair and Events Center, CEO, President Kathy Kramer, and board member Ashley Aiken. Okay, now you can clap. Whew, got through that. I'm sweating. How about you? Okay. I especially want to thank the Chamber of Commerce tonight and the South Coast Metro Alliance. These are two amazing organizations that are both philanthropic and business oriented and that give value to their members. Please join the Chamber of Commerce or South Coast Metro Alliance if you are a local business or if you are in the metro area. They give value to you. Some of you may know that I grew up in a state of poverty and chaos. When I was a girl, the arts was a critical part of my life in helping me to become a more stable and productive person. I took refuge in the dance studio where my mom worked and cleaned the ballet studio so that I could take dance classes. I found my confidence and poise in my theater classes and in my Polynesian, tap dance, Irish jig, and ballet classes. It's because I have such passion for the arts and that it was such an important part of my life and helped me to have a lot of skills to be able to become a successful individual as an adult that I am so proud to represent the City of the Arts as the mayor of Costa Mesa. The confidence and discipline that I gained while taking ballet from the Royal Academy of Ballet with Mrs. Allison, always snapping at me to stop being a wet noodle, was what gave me the strength to go on to UCLA and then on to become a lawyer. Go Bruins! It's also what gave me the strength to be able to come up here and speak to almost 400 people tonight. So thank you all for supporting the arts. Thank you for supporting arts education and giving some of those children out there that are benefiting from your dollars the same opportunities that I had as a girl to find that confidence, to find that poise, and to be able to go on and do successful things in life. Because maybe someday those folklorico dancers or the muralists or the choir girls or the many dancers that we will see tonight will become doctors, lawyers, maybe they'll become the next Costa Mesa mayor. So I now would like to begin the program. And I'm honored tonight to have as our MC a friend and colleague who she and her family are long philanthropists for the arts. Ashley Aiken, our Orange County Fair Board member and my friend, she'll join us here for tonight as the MC. Thank you. All right, you're up.
Thank you. Let me make sure I do not knock this over. That'll be a wonderful way to start the evening. So thank you, everybody, for coming. I'd like to thank Mayor Foley and the City Council of Costa Mesa for putting this amazing evening together. How beautiful is this? It's amazing. I'm sure there's a couple of people that are wondering why Mayor Foley picked me, and I've known Katrina for a really long time, so when she called, I said, oh, I think you forgot. I don't live in Costa Mesa anymore. Michael and I have since moved to Anaheim. And she was like, no, that's not why I called you. And I said, oh, is it because I'm on the fair board? I go, but I'm not the chairwoman anymore. Actually, we have a new chair. And she said, no, I reached out to him and he's not available. And I also, heard your reputation in the fair board meetings and you stay on schedule and you're pretty quick in your comments. So I deduced that the reason that I am your MC tonight is because I am always available and I am quick. Now, another thing some of you might know, I'm actually going to be running for the mayor of Anaheim next year. Yes. But I'm going to have you work on my campaign slogan, because if I just say Ashley Aiken for Anaheim, when availability and brevity are your only requirements, I don't think that's going to get me a lot of votes. So we're going to have to work on that. Before we get started, I wanted to really take a moment to thank our title sponsors for tonight. If it wasn't for these folks, we really wouldn't be able to put on such a beautiful evening. I'd like to first give a shout out to our title sponsors, CJ Circus Room and Sons. Thank you. The city of Costa Mesa and the staff that's worked tirelessly to put this on. And the law firm of Jones and Mayer. Now, if I didn't recognize you from up here, it's because you didn't write a big enough check. So let's keep that in mind when you get the invitation for next year. Let's bump it up a little bit. So the money that we are raising tonight is going to specifically go to funding some of the amazing programs that are going on in your city of Costa Mesa. Programs like the visual and performing arts programs at both Estancia and Costa Mesa High School. Because of your support tonight, the children at those junior and senior high schools get exposed to painting, photography, drama, and musical training. I didn't have exposure to any of those things, and I'm going into politics, so we should really try to help those kids while they're young. Another beneficiary of tonight's program is Save Our Youth, or SOY. Thank you. A program that was created specifically to provide arts, music, and other activities to young people on Costa Mesa's west side who may not have otherwise had that exposure. Third, your funding tonight is going to be going to Summer at the Center, a program that empowers, yes, my people in the back corner, I love it. It's a program that empowers high-risk high school students through active participation in a rigorous 2-week program of musical theater classes conducted by the wonderful professional artists at the center. And last, we're going to be providing funding to the South Coast Rep Neighborhood Conservatory, and I know the SCR folks are here too. Where are they at? Yeah. Where professional SCR actors offer free after-school acting classes to underserved youth throughout the county. The classes promote self-confidence, self-expression, and creativity while developing basic theater skills. We're going to get started with our program right after the dinner, but please direct your attention to the screens as we are going to be showing some slides of the programs that I just spoke of. Thank you very much and enjoy your dinner. The first award is the Art of Public Service Award, and it goes to former Mayor Ms. Mary Hornbuckle. Please direct your attention to the video screens.
When I think of Mary, I think of somebody who is thoughtful, bright, articulate. She's a gentle but firm soul.
If there is somebody on the planet who can herd cats, Mary Hornbuckle can herd cats. You definitely knew her opinion, but she never made you feel like your opinion wasn't as valuable as her opinion.
Mary is wonderful, strong, intuitive. She genuinely engages people and really brings out the best in others.
Mary taught for 25 years and ran the preschool for church in Corona Mar. In the middle of that, someone in the Coast District said, Mary, we would love to have you on the Coast Community College District Board of Trustees. One of the things that Mary was deeply involved in was revising 330 policies, 330 procedures. I mean, it took 2 years to do it. And Mary bird dogged that all the way through.
Mary joined the council in 1984 and served till 1996. Those last 8 years, I served together with her as a colleague. We were going from a pretty low-key city to a more urban city. Mary seemed to be working for balance the growth with the infrastructure. By the end of the general plan process, the citizens felt secure that the city was going to be okay in the future.
When we were working with the Someone Cares Soup Kitchen and with SOS was at Ray's school and was leasing a portion of the site from the city. Ultimately, we were able to relocate to their current location on Superior.
All colleges go through this accreditation process about what's good about our academic programs, our social programs for students, our health services, everything. The accreditation said, you need to correct these things. So the board, and Mary, of course, is a key part of that 5-member board, was deeply involved in making sure that these things got corrected, and they did.
Mary was really one of our charter members to the Costa Mesa Community Foundation, whether it was with the Girl Scout Council of Orange County, Girls Inc., preschool, or grade school children, and the health of families general. Her involvement's been very widespread.
We actually got a senior center built. Mary was instrumental in finally nailing down a site for years. They're talking about a senior center. It was finally, let's get off the dime and build this thing. And so we did.
One of the challenges in particular was the completion and dedication of the Sakioka Fire Station. In advance of the planned development for that part of Costa Mesa was extremely important. It was a wise decision to make sure that we were ahead of the curve with that station.
In the early 90s, there was a recession, so we looked at where we could save money, where we could cut, but it was all done in a very collegial manner. We wanted to make sure that we didn't have people out of a job, and their needs were considered, and still go forward together.
Mary has been a longtime volunteer with the Historical Society. Her focus is not on herself. It's about what we can achieve together. And that's exemplified by her being recognized as Woman of the Year by the Chamber of Commerce in 1997 and by the Orange Coast College Hall of Fame award in 2001.
When they think back on her experiences, they will look back on her as somebody who really led by example. And she was a good example, is a good example, I'm happy to say, for all of us.
She's been involved in the community for, we won't say how many years because we don't want to admit how old we all are, but she's been involved in the community before many of the people who will probably be attending the event were born.
It's hard for me to imagine anyone being more worthy and more qualified for the Art of Public Service Award. All of us have gained so much and are so fortunate to have had her leadership in Costa Mesa.
If I can get 20% of that accomplished, I think I'll be the most successful mayor in Anaheim's history. Holy smokes, Mary. I'd love to call up right now, please, Ms. Mary Hornbuckle to receive the Art of Public Service Award. Actually, she wants to
Okay, so I want to take a moment and share. We asked the students, here, I'm going to step up a little bit. Okay. We asked the students in the Costa Mesa High School art department to paint portraits of each of our recipients. And this one is particularly special because Mary's granddaughter painted this portrait of her. She's here. Come on up for the picture. Hold on one second. Let's get her granddaughter in. Come over here. You're welcome. We're so honored to give you this award. I am particularly honored because you are such a great former mayor. I can only dream to be as good as you were.
Thank you. And I hope our
Oh yeah, we keep snagging each other. But I know that you wanted to say a few words.
I would. Thank
Okay.
you. Then what should I do? Oh, thank you. I would like to say a few words. You know, it is always dangerous to give a politician the microphone because most of us can talk ad infinitum on any subject and never make any sense. But I just wanted to tell you that this is one of the nicest things that's ever happened to me. Not just the painting, but this lovely evening. I always thought it would have made sense if people had a memorial service while they were still alive to enjoy it. So thank you. Thank you. So now my family knows that when and if I ever go, I may live forever, but when and if I go, they don't have to do any of this because you've already done it for me. Thank you. I'm not done.
I know.
I want to express special thanks to those who put this event on. I know there were a lot of people working hard behind the scenes, not just Katrina who's out here, and not just Jennifer that you've seen dashing around, but lots of people have worked hard to make this event happen. So thank you very much for that. And then I'd like for you to indulge me in a favor. This event came at a really bad time for us because not only did we just finish May, which is the month of all the graduations at the colleges, but it's June and we've got 2 grandchildren who are graduating from high school, and there are a lot of other things going on in our personal lives. One of which is my husband of 51 years' birthday tomorrow. It's a big number, but I'm not going to say what one. You can speculate. We've been married 51 years. But I would like for you to join me in singing happy birthday to Jerry.
Jerry! Come on, bring him up here. Get him up here. Come on, Jerry. Come on up here.
Come on up.
Okay.
I will give us a pitch. I will give We've lived in Costa Mesa, by the way, for the whole 51 years that we've been married, and it's the best little city in the world.
Thank you.
So please join me. And this is the pitch. Lou, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jerry. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
I hope I can be married 51 years. I love you guys. You're awesome.
You know, you can't beat a person like this. She's the best.
Oh, you're so sweet. That's Costa Mesa for you right there.
Our next award is the Art of Education Award, and it is going to be presented to Kirby Piazza. Please direct your attention to the video.
city has dreamers and doers, but Kirby is both. His leadership style is one that I call the Kirby connection. And I've seen that in action many ways, and it's always about bringing other people together. He acts as an artist, as an arts educator, but also an arts advocate. And those three components are really what make Kirby special.
Kirby is definitely a rock star on campus. He's super fun. He has a really good demeanor about him. There's such a huge benefit to having art. The person, the mind, the individual, the student, and it goes across every genre of your life. And Kirby was one of the huge proponents for the ACE Academy, the Academy of Creative Expression. And that pathway is offered to those students that really do want to focus and direct their lives in a way that is maybe not the maths and the sciences, but to focus and kind of specialize a little bit in the arts. Kirby has brought a piano class. I think that Costa Mesa is one of the only schools that even has piano as an offering. He's brought the digital classes, and he is a huge proponent with drama and band as well. He's also made sure that ceramics and dance are included in the arts curriculum. The ACE Academy absolutely is a pathway that is a step into potential future careers.
We need the arts because it brings out so much creativity. For it to be a part of the curriculum now is amazing to hear. Mr. Piazza is probably one of the funniest teachers at Costa Mesa High School. He works extremely well with his students because he is patient and he takes time for everyone, and he'll make time for everyone. He's brought out a lot in many students, and with the way he teaches and the way he taught his class and certain ways to shoot people and just nature in general, it opened up my eyes to see how I can capture a moment as a picture instead of just taking a picture and turning it in as an assignment.
His involvement goes beyond the classroom. He's very involved at the Orange County Fair. He has served for several years as a judge and bringing in students from the high schools to participate. And in Action Arts in the Park, one of the most exciting things we saw happen was that he brought his students an arts workshop to Action Arts in the Park. The students were creating their pottery, but also engaging in conversation with young people. So he can sit back very modestly and let his students create and educate the community. It's a really good leadership quality that Kirby has.
He has worked as the chair for the Arts School Foundation, getting massive grants, working with outside community organizations to help fund so that we can take this to the next level, which is what his goal is. He wants this and is a driving force for this not just to be a regular art department. Kirby does reach out to all of the feeder schools. He was one of the driving forces of Smart Camp. They offer sports, music, and art, and they're expecting over 800 elementary kids this year.
When the Cultural Arts Committee decided that this would be our signature event, the Art Venture, we were looking for our first judge for the inaugural event. And the Kirby connection came up because he really has art at his very core. He did his research. He really put himself into this judging. And during the ceremony, he brought life and entertainment into it. And so that was his first segue into Art Venture. We were proud to have his work displayed. The Cisco was the backdrop for his artwork that year, and he brought his students to participate at Art Venture.
Kirby is involved with the Visual Art Showcase, which in the past, everyone was splintered throughout the district and the county, and he was a proponent for having everyone come together so that we could all see what is happening across the county or across the district through art, and mainly in photography and digital media and 3D media and 3D art, and you can see the ripple effect throughout the community. He goes above and beyond in everything that he does. It's not just an on-the-campus art educator. He's in the community. He's working tirelessly to make sure that his students are invested in the community.
It's his love for what he does that makes him so worthy of the award, because if you don't love what you do, then what's the point in doing it? And he has taught me that, and he's taught multiple students that.
Kirby, for all you do for this community in the arts, this hat's for you.
Please join me in welcoming Kirby Piazza, this year's Art of Education Award winner. To announce this artist is Victoria Christensen, and she painted this portrait.
And she was painting outside.
And she was painting out. She was one of the muralists out in the lobby. Is she still here? Oh, come on in. We want to introduce you.
And Juan.
And Juan, come in, Juan. Juan too. Juan, come on in. Meet one of our Costa Mesa High School artists. Meet two of our Costa Mesa High School artists.
Dangerous giving me a mic. Oh, and Juan just became an uncle a couple hours ago. So he's very proud, and he came down here to paint for you guys. That's pretty awesome. That shows his dedication, his love for art too. You said I have 3 minutes? 2 now. So first of all, I'd like to, over here I'd like to thank my mother is here today, Sarah Piazza. Of course, I wouldn't be here without her. My father couldn't make it, but I think we're Facebook living it or something like that, so he'll see some later. And my brother and sister here too, Kevin and Courtney Piazza. See the Ka? And they're an amazing example of what my parents tried to teach me. They're totally what they instilled in us, and they're a shining example of that. But I try. And my wife over here, Gina Piazza, and my daughter, Nicole. But when I met my wife, I have to say that's what my parents tried to teach me, she really brought out in me. And so the thought of community first and thinking about working with people and getting people together to do things that are bigger than yourself, I have to say that's what it's all about. So thank you all for coming out and celebrating with all of us, because I really appreciate it. So thank you.
He's just a wee bit taller than me, so let me put this right back. You have clearly no Aiken genes in you. I'd like to now present our next award at the Art of Business Leadership Award to Maria Elena Avila. So please turn your attention to the video.
In a city known throughout Southern California as the culinary hotspot of the OC, there's a family-owned restaurant on the west side of Costa Mesa that has been a favorite of locals for 40 years. Avila's El Ranchito served up their first dish in Costa Mesa on Placentia Avenue back in 1977. But Salvador and Margarita Avila opened the family's first El Ranchito restaurant in 1966 in Huntington Park, fulfilling Mama Avila's dream of sharing the recipes that have been in her family for generations. Little did they know that 50 years later, the family from Guanajuato, Mexico, would have 13 restaurants, each individually owned by an Avila family member and operated under strict family principles of strong family unity, hard work ethics, unyielding faith in God, and a firm dedication to the community. El Ranchito is a true family business, and the fourth generation is now being groomed. Here in Costa Mesa, Mama Avila passed the spoon to daughter Maria Elena, who owns, operates, and cooks from her heart. Everything is made fresh daily from scratch. The menu has a variety of authentic Mexican favorites, plus exclusive El Ranchito creations. Botana Carnitas and the Pepe Special are some of the creations that have come out of her test kitchen. And of course, let's not forget the legendary Avila chicken soup and handmade tortillas. But it's Maria Elena's heart that is her true recipe for success. Through lessons learned from her father to love America, don't forget your Mexican heritage, and embrace your community, Maria Elena has built community through the restaurant. She considers everyone, employees and customers, as part of the family. Many of the restaurant's dedicated staff members have worked with her for decades. But even more impressive is the Costa Mesa community considers Maria Elena part of their family. And her commitment to this community is not limited to the restaurant. Maria Elena has a passion for supporting churches and education and is totally committed to the youth of our community. She has served as a founding member of the Hispanic Education Endowment Fund, as a board member of United Way, Coastline Community College District, and UCI. She helped establish the Vanguard University Jesse Miranda Center, supports MICA, SOY, SOS, St. Joachim's Church, and Mariners Christian School. Maria Elena is even affectionately referred to as the Madrina of UCI for linking them with Costa Mesa. For being a community favorite for generations, enhancing the local Costa Mesa economy, for being an active member of Costa Mesa, and giving back to the community, we are honored to present Maria Elena Avila with the Art of Business Leadership Award.
Please join me in welcoming Maria Elena Avila.
I want to recognize the student artist, and this student artist is Francesca Minella and Eliana Martinez, two students. Okay, before I turn it over to Maria, I want to just say, everything that was in that video is so true, and one of the reasons I gave this award to you is I love what you do in your restaurant. It's so much about community. The way you, every time you go in, you see you walking around, greeting the guests, knowing everyone by name. My dad doesn't even live here, and when he comes, you know him. And it's really wonderful how you build community and you support your local community. You're philanthropic, you're a great businesswoman, and you're a great role model. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Katrina. Thank you for the award. Thank you. I look around the room and I just have so much joy in my heart because I see so many friends, so many people that I've served in communities and boards, and I think that's what makes Costa Mesa so wonderful. It really does. Thank you. Thank you. Contrary to the other speakers, I'm not a public speaker. On one-to-one, I'm okay. But put me in front of a mic and all of a sudden I become shy, which is, people don't know that part about me. But I want to dedicate this award to my mother and father, Margarita and Salvador Avila. My parents are still with us. They've been married 71 years. And so that's amazing, 71 years for a couple. And my mama was so excited about the award. She's asking, what am I gonna wear? And she was just so excited about it. I shared with her what it's all about. And so, the tribute to my parents is because my parents, they believed. They have such a beautiful immigrant story. My parents believed that if you worked hard, if you persevered through hard times and you had faith in God, they believed the American dream was possible. They really believed that in their hearts. And I say, thank God for America. Because I do, thank God for America. And because of this, I am so thankful because in America, our family, the American dream has come true for our family. So thank you. Thank you so much for this award. Thank you.
Our next award is the Lifetime Achievement Award, presented to Werner Escher. Please turn your attention to our video screens.
Should we start from the top again then? Yeah. That was going okay, wasn't it? Okay. Hi, it's Werner Escher for Costa Mesa, the best of Southern California. I just have a few seconds before the concert starts here in our... Okay. Okay, here we go.
Werner started at South Coast Plaza as its public relations and marketing director shortly after the center opened 50 years ago. 1960s mall marketing was a new field. Werner rose to the occasion by tirelessly organizing special events to draw a crowd. My name is David Grant, General Manager of South Coast Plaza and a member of the Segerstrom family. Werner was a marketing pioneer and clearly understood that shopping was one of the most popular activities that tourists would engage in. Perhaps Werner's crowning achievement was this realization and the lasting effect it provided South Coast Plaza's luxury retailers. Werner's passion and enthusiasm was contagious as he spent his career educating both domestic and international markets. He truly was instrumental in bringing the world to South Coast Plaza and bringing South Coast Plaza to a global audience. His pioneering tourism accomplishments have become the new normal for the shopping center industry worldwide. As he transformed himself into his vision of being an executive director of domestic and international markets, Werner traveled frequently, initially focusing in the 1980s on Japan. Werner's record of 64 buses or 3,000 visitors in one day remains unbroken to today. In recent years, China became Werner's most accomplished effort. He would always receive press attention on group visits. He enjoyed a celebrity status in China, which only a handful of businessmen can claim. He embraced Chinese Lunar New Year early on and signed a memo of positive understanding with the Xinhua News Agency. Last month in Los Angeles at the Chinese Film Festival, Warner was paid a warm tribute. Throughout Warner's career, he received upwards of 100 awards, but nothing compared to 2013 when he received national attention by winning the annual Peace Through Commerce Medal, an award started by Thomas Jefferson for important national diplomatic achievement. You knew Warner was in the room because he filled it with his command presence. He possessed the skills of a famous Hollywood game show host. If ever there was a Renaissance man, it was Warner Escher. Even though all of us and the world at large has suffered a great loss with Warner's passing, heaven has forever experienced a great win with the arrival of Warner. Heaven will never be the same again.
Hi, Werner Escher for Costa Mesa, the best of Southern California. And have I got a travel tip for you? Drive or fly to Costa Mesa, Orange County's cool vacation retreat. Shop at world-class South Coast Plaza. Enjoy beaches, Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure, performing arts, golf. Well, the list is endless. And oh, waiter, check please.
I'd now like to call up a member of the Werner family to accept the award.
Hello, we are 3 of Werner's grandchildren, and we are honored to accept this on his behalf, and he would have loved to be here tonight, so thank you all.
We will all miss Warner so much. One of my favorite things about Warner was whenever I would see him, it's almost like he would burst into explosion. Katrina, how are you? And a big hug. And he just made everybody feel like they were the most special person on the planet. And I know that that's how Diane has felt all these years. And I'm just so truly grateful that he was part of our Costa Mesa community. And thank you, Diane, for sharing him with us for all these years. Thank you so much.
That concludes our award presentations for the night. I just want to say I'm so impressed with all the award winners and how they all really credit their relationships with their family. And they all credit their role and their relationship as a member of the Costa Mesa family. So thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of it, and thank you very much for your support of this important goal, providing the arts in Costa Mesa schools.
Okay, so of course, before we get to this awesome Frank Sinatra big band, hi guys, I have a few thank yous because this event has been being planned only since February, because I only became the mayor in December and we got to work in February. And so it's been a lot of hard work. So I'd like to call the core committee up to the stage, and I have a few gifts, just special gifts that show, a token of my appreciation for us, for all that you've done to help with this event. Dane Bora, Dan Baker, Tony Dodaro, Jennifer Christ, Diane, where's Diane? Eileen, Charlene, and Barbara. Come on up, come on. Okay, so we have a lovely gift from, of course, one of our South Coast Plaza stores, Williams-Sonoma. I've got a shop in town. And I just want you all to get the recognition that you deserve, because this small little mighty team put on this whole, oh wait, where's Rose? Rose, where are you? Come over here. Is she here? Did she leave? Oh, okay. Well, Rose too. You're here in spirit.
Thank you.
Huh? Brad, where's Brad? Come on up, Brad.
Brad does the video.
Tell me. So, this small little mighty team put on this whole entire event. And they were tolerant of all of my little crazy ideas, and not all of them, most of them. But they were a pleasure to work with, and we're so lucky to have them serving our Costa Mesa community. So give them a big round. Rose, come on up. Oh, and one more. Michelle, come on up here. You helped so much. Come on. Michelle works in my office. Dane, get in here. Ashley, get in here. Yeah. You can start anytime. And music, you can start anytime.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic blues, there's a bar in Fat Bay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, Scott, float down to Peru. Hey, la la land, there's a one-man band and a blue is float for you. Come fly with me, let's fly up in the blue. Once I get you up.
Padilla still on his feet, and the wildebeest is in for the score.
We're out here today to really celebrate a successful outcome we had.
If it happens in Costa Mesa, it's news to us.
This is the event that everyone looks forward to.
We came over here now with a couple of excited little kids over here. Tell me, what are you guys doing?
We're going on a ride!